From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. It's an Indian summer afternoon, perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A handoff to Mixon. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jarrad Davis in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Here's Bridgewater. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. On the toss, Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
To throw is Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Bridgewater. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a three-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And Hill with it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Shrugs him off. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Bridgewater to throw it. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins able to get him for a loss of about 3.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Now Brown. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Bridgewater on first down. And Thomas has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Five down.
Bridgewater now on second down. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it third down.
Five down.
To throw, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. Stafford now to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they run with Howard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
40 got.
Throwing on third down, Stafford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Gotta go.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, Bridgewater. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Hey. Four down. Delta.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Over the middle, open is Thomas. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Saints on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Five down.
Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion. So now here's 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, from them, how do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. And they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Bridgewater. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Detroit getting set to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Flush to his right. Room past the... a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
Gotta go. 5 down. Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Check three. Hey. Shift. I got him, man. He's mine. 5 down.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
5 down.
Here's Bridgewater. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Bridgewater now. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Stafford. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 40. And a fantastic return all the way down to the 20.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Stafford. And he's brought down. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's got some space here. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Set, lady. Big 20, big 20.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Stafford on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop.
Five down.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. It's complete to Brown, right side. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now Joe Mixon. And some room to roam now. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. To Mixon on the check down. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Running left, it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
down.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Oh, fighting off the defender. They still can't get it. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They'll come out in the pistol. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Find out.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing is Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective game nonetheless.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Stafford. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the red zone now, Stafford. And this is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Stafford. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Riddick, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And this one through the uprights and good. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Fire down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Complete to Gavin Escobar, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Fire down.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. Ashawn Robinson there on the stop. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Fire down.
The toss play to Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Fire down.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Second down, Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And the Cardinals scoring again. They've got that one in cruise control. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Mixon. And a short gain down to about the 33. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Bridgewater to throw it. He gets it to Brown, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Mixon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Get set.
Kill. Under 10. 10. Mike's by 4.
Again, it's Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
3 down.
On 3rd down, Mixon. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good